Hello everyone, continuing further with chapter number 1, accounting and its terminology. We have learned till 4 terms, okay. Continuing the 5th one, liability. Before continuing with these terms, I would like to take your attention towards here what we do in accounts is that business is different and owners are different. As such, Reliance company is different, Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani are different. The business runs with the name of its own name. It has got its own legal existence. Okay. So, based on that, we will learn the terms further. So, first is my liability. Any amount which is to be paid by the business to its owners or outsiders is termed as liability. Supposedly you have 10 crore rupees. If you put the 10 crore rupees in the bank, you will get a lump sum amount of interest monthly, quarterly, half yearly or yearly. So if you are keeping the amount into the bank, you are expecting some amount of interest from that. Okay. So if the same amount you are investing in the business, you expect something. You expect something at the end of 1 year or 2 year or 3 year, you will get the amount of profit. So business is different and owners different. If owners is investing any amount into the business, is termed as capital, which we have learned earlier. Okay. So liability point of view, if the business Reliance has to pay any amount to the owners, means the capital amount we have returned to the owner. Okay. Any amount to the outsiders, suppose creditors, from whom we have purchased the goods on credit, we have to pay them. Suppose from the bank, we have taken the loan, we have to pay them back. So it is termed as liability. Okay. Amount payable by the business to the owners or outsiders is termed as liabilities. Liabilities are of 2 types. One is internal, one is external. If the liability is paid to the owner itself, it is termed as internal liabilities. Suppose capital amount we have to pay back to the owner is termed as internal liabilities. Okay. External liabilities, whatever amount we have to pay to the outsiders. Who are the outsiders? Creditors, banks, institutions. Okay, these are the outsiders of the business to whom we got to pay the amount back. It's termed as external liabilities. Okay. Then comes my current liability and non-current liability. If the amount of liability is to be paid within 1 year, suppose salary we have to pay for 12 months. I have paid it for 10 months. 2 months is pending. So that's called outstanding salary. Yet to be paid outstanding salary is termed as short-term liability or current liability. Suppose from the bank I have taken the loan for 6 months or 8 months. So it is short-term liability, current liability. It means any amount which the business has to pay to the outsiders within 1 year is termed as current liability. Non-current liabilities. Any amount which the business has to pay to the outsiders after 1 year. The amount, the time period for the liability is more than 1 year. Then it is termed as non-current liabilities. So current liability is the amount to be paid within 1 year is termed as current liabilities, and the same amount if it is paid after 1 year, okay, then it is termed as non-current liabilities. Okay, then short liabilities, amount to be paid by the business to the outsiders or the owners is termed as liabilities, and these are the classifications. Coming to the part of assets. Okay. Assets means in short you can say the property is owned by the business is termed as assets. Whether the property is tangible or intangible, which is owned by the business, which is being used by the business for production or manufacturing or for earning a profit, is termed as assets. Suppose in a school, what is the assets? My AC, my fan, my chair table, whiteboard. Okay, so these all are my assets, with the help of which we are providing the education to you. Okay, so this is my assets. Okay, I am not dealing in terms of assets, we are dealing in terms of education. Providing you the service of education. But to provide you the education, we need these particular assets. Okay, same way, businessman also. For manufacturing or producing goods, the businessman also needs so many assets. Machines, furniture, building, land, vehicle, etc., etc., etc. So many assets it needs. So, tangible or intangible, product or item, which is of ownership of the business, having economic value. If I will sell that assets after 5 years, say, or 10 years, say, or 20 years, say, I'll get some value. That is called as economic value. If the machine I am using since last 10 years, machine I am using since last 10 years. Okay. After 10 years, if I sell the machine, then also I'll get some amount. It's called as the economic value. Assets are classified into three parts: non-current, current, and fictitious. Okay. Non-current, the assets which are used for more than 1 year, is termed as non-current assets. Okay. Assets which are used for more than 1 year is termed as non-current assets. It is being classified into more two types. That's for fixed assets, tangible and intangible. The assets which we can see and touch is termed as tangible assets. Which are those assets? Suppose that machine, furniture, land, building, motor car. Okay. These are the assets which we can see and touch. These are the assets which we use for more than 1 year. Okay. These are the assets which we use for production or manufacturing. So it is termed as tangible assets. Intangible assets. These are also the assets, but which we cannot see and touch. But which we cannot see and touch are termed as intangible assets. As such, goodwill, reputation of the firm. Okay. I cannot ask Reliance, show me your reputation. Okay, that's, we can feel the reputation. Goodwill, trademark, logo. You might have seen at the end of the name, TM is written upstairs. Above, you have written TM. TM is the trademark, that logo part is termed as a trademark. Okay. Patent. Okay. If I have invented something, discovered something, then I will register it with my own name. That is called patent. Okay. Copyright. Any DVDs, any CDs, any writing literatures or anything writing materials. Okay. We have to do copyright so that others do not copy. In each and every textbooks, in the very first page, you will see the word copyright. It means I cannot sell that particular textbook to somebody else. I cannot get the Xerox copy of it. Okay, and sell it. Okay, it is illegal. So these are few of the assets which is termed as intangible assets. Okay. Next is my current assets. As such, current liabilities we have to pay within 1 year. Current assets which changes within 1 year. As such, cash balance, bank balance, debtors. Who are debtors? Who are debtors? Whom we have sold the goods on credit. They are termed as debtors. Okay. They will also pay within 1 year. Okay. So these are my current assets which keep on changing the transactions of the business. It is termed as my current assets. Then come my liquid assets. The assets which can be easily converted in terms of cash. Whether it is my tangible, whether it is my intangible, whether it is my current assets, which can be easily converted into cash is termed as liquid assets. Okay, which can be easily converted into cash. Liquid assets exclude stock. The goods which lie unsold at the end of the year is called as stock. So except stock, all the assets which can be converted into cash is termed as my liquid assets. Okay, real assets. Real assets means if tangible, intangible, current assets or liquid assets which can be easily converted in terms of cash is termed as real assets. Realizable into cash is termed as my real assets. On selling of it, cash can be easily realized. Last is my fictitious assets. These are not an assets but termed as assets. Why we call it as fictitious? Okay, because these type of assets are not recorded in the books of accounts. Okay. Suppose that if I have to establish a new company, I got to give the ad. For giving the ad, I have to book Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, okay, or any actor or actresses or film stars or anybody I got to book, so that my company runs efficiently. I have to give the advertisement. But that particular actors or cricketers or whosoever it is takes the lump sum amount altogether. Suppose I have established a new company, so I have to add about my product. So I have to book some particular person who is very much famous in public. He comes and he will ask for amount of suppose 10 crores. I will give his ad for suppose 5 years, and for 5 years he takes the lump sum amount of 10 crores. Okay. At that time I got to pay him 10 crores immediately. But that 10 crores I cannot show in the books of accounts as an expenditure in very first year. If I show 10 crores expenditure for the advertisement campaign, okay, then the very first year, if I am having a profit of 1 crore also, but it will show the loss just because of advertisement campaign expenditure. So what the business does, The business divides the expenditure in terms of years. Suppose for 5 years I have paid 10 crores. For 5 years I have paid 10 crores. So every year it is 2 crores. Every year it is 2 crores. So I will show in the books of account as advertisement expense of 2 crore, not 10 crore altogether. So it is also one type of assets. We call it as assets because we are using the expenditure for more than 1 year. So that is termed as assets. Assets, tangible assets. Land building, we will use it for more than 1 year. So it is an asset. Same way, fixed assets, the expenses which we have paid, the expenses we will classify into more than 1 year. Divided into more than 1 year is termed as fictitious assets. So liabilities which we have to pay to the outsiders is termed as liabilities. Assets, any product or item which has a realizable value, economic value, which is owned by the business itself is termed as my assets. Okay. Accounts main book, that is profit and loss and balance sheet. Balance sheet has two sides. One is liability, left hand side is liability, right hand side is my asset side. Okay. At the end of the accounting year, that is on 31st March, both the sides should tally. Both the sides should tally. It is prepared based on the historical value, on the book value. Okay. So this is the way. Liabilities, this is my assets. Okay, which is very much important. Go through the material itself. Okay, which is provided with the video. Go through it, learn it properly. Okay, these terms are going to be asked in the examinations itself. Also, get clear each and every terms. Get it clear each and every terms, because if you learn the terms properly, then the accounts will be damn easy for you people. Okay, so all the best again. Stay home, stay fit, keep learning at home. Thank you.